Good morning and welcome to Michael Pepper Tech Talk. Just wanted to do an impromptu stream and kind of do a little bit of a get to know me session. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to add those as well. But to start off, I just wanted to say that thank you for everyone who has been supportive at up to this point, and everyone who continues to support me and support me future, and for everyone who has gotten me to this 205 subscribers and almost 35,000 views. And so I started this series about a month ago, a little bit over a month ago, called Creator Interviews. And the intention on that was to get to understand that we are all just normal, everyday people, and the background on each of these people that I get to just sit down and talk about their everyday life, what they do besides being on YouTube. Um, if they're a student or if they do other stuff or if this is their full-time job, and just kind of learn from them and help inform you as to kind of how they go about their profession and how they go about getting hold of devices to review and communicating with companies and just talking about their ideas with technology and things like that. So, a little bit of background on me. I graduated high school in 2008, went on to go to community college, Lansing Community College, and it took me a while to get through there. I started off, um, I wanted to be in the criminal justice department, and my original intention was to graduate with that degree as well as a psychology degree and become a victims advocate for those who were victims of abuse, anything from mental, physical, sexual, all forms of abuse. And I would represent them in the court system when they're too afraid to face um, their attacker or their violator or whatever you want to call them. So that was great up until I hit psychology classes and it just wasn't for me, and I couldn't get through it, and I couldn't pass biology and things like that. And jobs in law enforcement just were basically non-existent. So I decided to look into some other things, and I had taken an intro to photography class as one of my extracurricular classes, and I was just kind of praying about it and thinking about things, and I was pushed to go to the photography aspect. And so I bought a camera and started those courses and did really, really well in all those classes, and figured if I'm going to end up with a degree that really isn't going to be useful in aspects of what people would think that typically would be useful, why not do something that I enjoy? So I took those classes and finished there in 2013. Then after that, I hadn't ever dated really before, so I started dating and got my first job, and that was, after college job. I had worked before. I worked actually at a local funeral home at the beginning of going to college, and then I worked at Target after having worked. Well, I worked at Meijer, and then I worked at a small corner Halloween shop, and then I ended up working at Target. And then that relationship ended, so I moved back with my parents, and that drive was too long. So I ended up working at a local factory here, but that only lasted a few weeks. Just didn't get along with the people there. There was some inappropriate behavior going on, and nobody did anything about it. So I left there. ended up working at a small grocery store and worked there for, let's see, about a year and a half. And then that ended, and my wife started working, and I went full into doing this creator thing. And no, I don't make any money from it yet. But if one lesson I've learned from family has been do something you love and don't get stuck doing something you hate just to retire from that, because you only get one life. And if people, support you, that's great. So that is kind of what I've learned so far. And I've learned to surround yourself with like-minded people and surround yourself with people who want to support you, people who are part of your tech community, your tech family. So I started my channel and did a video, and then didn't really know what I was going to do, didn't really have decent equipment, and didn't really have much to review. So I did one video, and then it took about 4 months off, and then I came back and I decided, well, I'm going to, get these devices. There's ones that I can get free on my account. So I'm going to get these devices and review them. But then I realized that's expensive. Also, you review a product and yeah, you can keep coming back to it, but eventually you're going to run out of things to do on the product itself. And that's only going to be focused on people that are either interested in that device or going to buy or own that device or are going to buy that device. So I was thinking about it and realizing, well, why not talk about the aspects that everybody can do? Everybody. Yeah, I can focus on things like iPhone. Like my number one video right now is how to have an account without a credit card. That's accounted for about a quarter of my, well, about a third of all my views now. And thinking about the things that people don't really cover got me thinking about people. And I've always worked in retail and I've always worked with people, and I've been, either up front or, in the background of the store, but still answering questions. Customers come by. I was doing layout when I worked at Meijer. They ask questions. So you answer those questions. So what is one question that people might have that they're curious about that hasn't really been answered? And that one question would be, who are you? As in, who's the creator? So it got me thinking, well, we know some things about these creators, and there's people getting started, and there's people that aren't given an opportunity. So if I can give them an opportunity to answer questions, to get the nerves out, to sit down and have a conversation with me, whether they have 100 subscribers, 200 subscribers, or somebody like Kevin Breeze who had 60,000 subscribers and sat down and talked with me and has, told me, hey, I'm looking forward to doing more of these type of things. So it's all about opportunity, and it's all about getting to understand the people that are your audience. And for me, I realized, like I was saying, there isn't much background. There isn't much, let's get to know the creator. Let's get to understand their daily life. Let's get to understand not super private stuff, but just to see that they're human, to see how they react in live when there isn't editing. Can they answer questions, interactions that everybody stumbles? Because we see that, the thought process, because in videos we can edit out stuff. If it takes me a minute to think, I can edit out that empty space, but in live you can't really do that. Also, for interaction opportunity from my viewers, from people that come over when they post, hey, that I'm going to be on Michael Pepper Tech Talk, come check it out, ask questions, interact. That interaction is huge, and I understand that other people do live streams and things like that, and other people do interviews, and other people do similar things. But from my mindset of somebody who loves to pick the brain, loves to see the aspect from human behavior side, and maybe also help the person who is on my channel kind of talk things out, because I love to listen as well. So I'll just sit here and they'll talk, and it makes me think of questions to ask them, to help them, to inspire them, because I believe whether you have 100 subscribers or 10 million, there might be questions that you have. There might be struggles that you go through. There might be things like um, somebody has, 60,000 subscribers and they've been at that for stuck around that range for 3 years, and they're trying to get up to 100,000 or whatever it may be. That even as small of a channel as I have something different to offer, something to bring to everybody across the board. And that confidence is extremely important, without sounding arrogant, without sounding like a know-it-all, without sounding like I know everything. But I also am confident in knowing that I have something to offer to this community, something to offer to you as the viewer. And I appreciate every subscriber, and I appreciate every goal that I've met. And then I take my time, because I want people to know that this is me, this is real, this is not just edited, this is not me scripted. I don't script my videos at all. Like, I'll think about bullet points, I'll think about what I want to talk about, and then I just kind of sit down, hit record, and do it. And usually it's one take and it's done. Every once in a while, there's issues with technology and things like that. So, with that being said, my goal with this channel in the future of my YouTube career, and if YouTube goes away, my internet career as a film actor, editor, interviewer, producer, all the things that are the aspects of what I do when I sit down in front of this camera, is to bring something inspirational, to bring something different, to get to know the people, but potentially to also get to know the companies behind the products, to get to show you, hey, such and such company has offered to sponsor me and work with me, and this is how it works, so that other people can see, hey, these companies, this is what they do. This is why I get to work with them when I only have this many subscribers, things like that, to show the information that these companies deserve to have revealed, that they're not just selling you a product, but an experience, an opportunity, and to interpret these products from that aspect as well, because I will continue to do reviews on devices, on software, um, aspects of camera, aspect of different apps that I use, differences between iOS and Android, new devices that come out as I get them, things like that are great. But I want to share the overall experience of what these devices have to offer, because they're more than just hardware and software. They're an experience, they're an opportunity. They bring people together through communication. They allow you to capture memories, whether it's in video and photo, sketches, sharing chats back and forth through Facebook Messenger or text messages or iMessage or whatever, WeChat, whatever format you use. It's opportunity. It allows you to get your news on a daily basis. It allows you to see me live. It allows you to see other creators live. It allows you to interact with us. All these opportunities, it's more than just a phone. It's more than just a web browser. It's more than just a camera. It's more than just text. It is a tool, as technology is designed to be, and that it can provide opportunity for everybody, no matter what device you have, whether it's $100 smartphone or a $1,500 device. We all deserve this opportunity, and we all deserve to kind of understand what potential it can bring. And that's my goal with my product and software reviews. But that's also my goal in reaching out to fellow creators to bring opportunity to help them see, okay, this is how somebody sees me. Because first and foremost, I was and still am a viewer for many, many channels, and that's where I started. So to be able to reach out to people like Painfully Honest Tech, to people reach out people like Zach Talks Tech, people like Joan McCulloch, people like Viper, people like Justine, people like um, all these different Artist Haven, all different um, creators, all different sizes of channels, all different walks of life, and just sit down and chat, and then let them just kind of breathe, let them be human, let them talk about their struggles, let them talk about their gains, let them talk about lessons that they learned and shared opportunities and things like that is beneficial to them. Because in all honesty, yes, it is nice to have somebody on. It's nice to get the subscribers and the views and the things like that and the opportunities. But for me, my channel is all about giving back. My channel is all about educating you and about giving back to the creators that are on my channel, about inspiring ideas, about making them think about things that maybe they haven't thought about questioning the way that creators typically think, the way that people think, about providing information that is accurate, about going against the flow, about questioning these companies and wondering what is the truth behind their pitch, behind their media, behind their advertising. So for me, technology is more than just the device. It's what's behind it, it's the opportunity it provides, and it's the utility in the way in which we use that device, in which the way we use technology, and how we see each other, and how we interact with that product, and how we interact with each other. Because there is not much difference between humanity and the technology in which is developed. If you understand it, you can use it. If you understand it, you can appreciate it more. And I believe that's a commonality between people, product, and everything around us is understanding, education, appreciation, and the joy that is found once you truly appreciate and understand what you use. So just wanted to hop on and kind of talk about that this morning. Thank you for anybody who swung in and watched this. Thank you for all who will see this in replay. If you have any questions, please post those in the comments. Also, there are links down there to my other channels, to my Facebook pages, my Twitters, my Instagram, and to Amazon links. So if you use that and you buy stuff on Amazon, I get a little bit of a kickback. It's a affiliate link. Doesn't cost you anything extra. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I just post it on there. It can help me. There's a PayPal link. So if you want to, you know, support the channel with a one-time donation or whatever that you may have it, if you're inspired to do so, it would be, greatly appreciated, of course. And thank you and God bless.